Hello, brave people of the world. So, Ukrainian counterattack is going on, and it's moving. But now in Western media, we can see many critics that it's going too slow. If it moves so slow, it can take for Ukraine about 16 years to take back Crimea and so on. It's like you take popcorn and think, oh, we gave them so much help and they are not moving on. First of all, I have many friends who are fighting right now, risking their lives, and some of them they wounded. Many of their friends are dying day by day in counterattack. I have to say that Ukraine, our society, our people, our state, we are very thankful for all help that our allies, the common West, gives us. But you didn't give us enough weapon, and any army of Western power, no France, no Germany, not USA, wouldn't go in counterattack having such limited sources and supplies as Ukraine has now. We have no jets, even they were promised. We have not enough tanks. Anyway, we are moving on in counterattack. Why? Because it's our territory, and the most important, our people under occupation, raping by invaders, killing, torturing, and we need to take back our territory and to save and protect our people. Any counterattack during the First World War, Second World War, didn't begin with such limited sources. Anyway, Ukrainian forces are moving on, slowly but moving on. Of course, we are dependent on Western supplies and Western support, and it's our problem. It's our fault of probably our society, our government, because we didn't believe that real war will happen. Like majority didn't believe. That's why we didn't. We were not. We didn't prepared. We didn't prepare well. That's why now we depend on our Western allies, and of course it's our responsibility. But all the world knows that Ukraine is fighting not only for its independence but also for the democracy. So the problem is that even France and Germany, who never wanted us to join NATO in 2008, Putin plane was circling around Bucharest when it was summit of NATO, and then when Merkel and probably Sarkozy talked to George Bush, and they made his promise that Ukraine will not get, and Georgia promised that they will join NATO. Then Putin landed. So even now, France and Germany are supporting us so strongly. Chancellor of Germany, Scholz, before war, he didn't give us supply. Now he's given everything what he does. France also helps us a lot, and of course, Baltic countries, Poland, Scandinavian countries, which are so close to Russia, they support us so much. The biggest problem is with biggest our supporter and supplier United States of America. Without USA, we would lose this war, and your help, we are so thankful for your help. But now, and I have to notice and pay attention that thanks to policy of USA and President Biden, all NATO countries were united to support and to help Ukraine. But now it looks like only administration of Biden is against joining NATO by Ukraine. It's now it's policy of Biden which are like giving us some supplies, but not enough. And we ask five, they give us one. Or we ask 200 tanks, you promise us 10, and even until now, Abrams were not sent to Ukraine. So, what many experts are saying that USA doesn't want victory of Ukraine, and this is the biggest problem because some experts, like White House, no, they believe that if Russia loses the war, then many regimes will be there, and it can be dangerous for USA, for the West, for the world. But if Ukraine loses, now we are losing day by day so many lives of our soldiers, our young generations, very educated people. And yeah, of course, West doesn't care about this, but we are strong, but each strength ends once. So let's imagine an apocalyptic scenario that Ukraine will lose the war. Yeah, many Western professor in Harvard and so on, they say, "Oh, if we wouldn't help you, you will lose this war in 3 days." Of course, we would lose the war, but not in 3 days. Now, when we saw what does it mean, Russian invasion, we will have partisan war and underground war for months or maybe years. Yeah, and we will have millions, maybe 15, 20 million Ukrainians in Europe. And just have two situations. So probably West doesn't want this. And other scenario, like now all our soldiers, all our society are so thankful to West, and just see the situation apocalyptical when Ukraine is losing. So all that soldiers Ukrainian soldier will be feel that allies didn't support and just feel betrayed. They are well trained, and then it can be dangerous for West. And another scenario when Ukraine joined NATO and all that well experienced and so great warriors will fight on the side of NATO. So, but somehow I think I see our diplomacy, our government is asking, but your government, especially USA, is silent and doesn't want to give us jets, F-16 or other. And yeah, probably in the West, everybody just thought, okay, Ukraine is not going to lose and everything is fine. But it's not fine. Russia is a great superpower. Yeah, now they don't have enough strength, but anyways, they have oil and they have their economy, and if will not destroy Russia so strongly, they are going take back their strengths, and they will, if no supplies for Ukraine, they will occupy Ukraine and use our sources against the West. So it's more dangerous. Just think reasonably and logically. So what I wanted to say that West and especially USA has changed its rhetoric, should make a promise for Ukraine for joining NATO and give us supplies what we need immediately. You can charge us. If we win, then we are part of Western world, we are part of NATO, then our economy will get many investigation from the West, and then you can take back all money you spent for us. But if we lose, Ukraine will not the last land that Russia will occupy. And just imagine 1 million Ukrainian soldiers will lose the war and feel betrayed. How dangerous it can be for Europe and other. So support Ukraine, help Ukraine, and be brave as Ukrainian. Be brave as Ukraine. Don't be scared of destroying Russia. This regime is not good for their own Russian people. It's not good for the world, and it's bad example for such countries as Iran and China. Glory to Ukrainian warriors, glory to Ukraine, and Independence Day of United States of America is going on, is coming. So happy Independence Day, America. And remember then when you were fighting against Great Britain, France and other countries were helping you, and with this support you won your independence war. So do the same for Ukraine, which are fighting for each independence. Slava Ukraini!